Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are feeling well and smelling well on this fine hump day, Wednesday afternoon. I know I am. I hope that my tribe of awakened entrepreneurs rocking biz are kicking ass today. Basically living that dream life that you create. Yes, because that's what this beautiful life is all about. Is about being a co-creator of our own life. I know sometimes it does not feel that way because let me tell you, we've been talking about Dark Nights of the Soul, and I'm sorry, guys, I had some stuff I collected on my mat here. Um, I have gone through so much change over the past 2 years. Just let me just give you a brief idea of some of the emotions that I've had to process, work through. And really, I was given signs, but I am stubborn as a mule and I do not listen. I still have issues listening to the point where I get injured, in which we're going to speak about here in a minute through our Soul Speaks book. Yes, because I feel called to talk about this because the only way for me to explain it is through it. So, first and foremost, my father died of lung cancer. So, we are going to look at what emotion, and this is long exposure to this emotion, okay? So, and Julia Cannon is a certified registered nurse. She has been practicing for well over 30 years. So I'm going to be honest, she knows what she's talking about. Her mother, Dolores Cannon, is the creator of the quantum healing hypnosis technique. And during her, since she's been practicing since 1950 and passed away in 2012. So over 60 years and umpteen, past life regressions and quantum healing hypnosis sessions. These notes are her findings. Okay. So when my dad passed away, that's when my awakening really started. Like, that was when my soul was like, you're waking up, whether you like it or not, Heather, because this is the time. I believe that in divine timing, and I believe that my soul was done learning those lessons up until that time. So, all right, so let's go ahead and look up what Cancer. It says Cancer. It says severe hate and or resentment, anger toward another individual, but not expressing it openly. Anger toward inward. So it is anger. Okay. So, and I know my dad was angry because he never processed when my parents got a divorce, because I heard about it as a kid, which actually I have learned to release the trauma from being stuck in a car with someone talking negatively about your other parent 24/7. Yes, and please, I love my dad, but when he uses language like, you act just like your mother, or your mother used to do that. So anything I did as a child that represented something that he didn't approve of, I automatically was my mother. And I never really, understood how that impacted me until I, became an adult, and, I owned my business, and, my body was like, Heather, this business doesn't align to your life's purpose. Yes, you're supposed to be an entrepreneur. Opening your own business is a great philosophy and idea, but you're basically missing your heart space. You're using your big brain, or your little brain. This is your big brain. You're using your little brain, and you're allowing little Heather to steer the ship. Okay? So lung, it says feeling restricted, feeling smothered by individuals or situation. Okay? So my dad was angry when my mother passed away next to him. He felt that he should have taken her to the doctor. And even though she felt her essence depleting because she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And let's show you what Alzheimer's is. Desire to leave the body, but very gradually to help those around you accept them. So, when my dad passed away, or my mom passed away, then my dad passed away within 5 years. Then I had my own experience with an ex that when my dad died, he told me that he was sleeping with someone else as a way to hurt my feelings. And trying to deal with the loss of my dad, plus trying to deal with the situation. And it wasn't my friend's fault, because let's be honest, we were both going in and out of the relationship because things weren't working. So, but at that time, I didn't feel it that way. I felt that it was an injustice to me. And I actually held on to that trauma for a little bit longer. So anyway, the ex and I got back together because I felt like I was doing the same thing, and like so we moved in together to my apartment on Wellington. And as soon as we got all nice and nestled, I had decided to leave insurance because for almost a year I had been experiencing significant issues with just getting things paid, how processing was done, corporate not being appropriate to my customers. My customers were my family, and I really felt like I was just losing control all around. So my dad, then my ex tells me that, then we move in, and then I pretty much am like, okay, I feel like we're stable and we've moved past that trauma. And I'm going to go ahead and leave Allstate. And then a month later, we separate again after I'd sold my home of 18 years because I felt that was something that was holding me back, and it was. And more or less, he moved out, and we still continued to talk because we kept playing the rat race for, God, another 2 years, up until 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Well, it's been on and off for a while. But anyway, long story short, I was trying to get out of the house that we rented together. And we were trying this one last time to put everything aside. And I moved in with them. And then the control tactic started. And I was gently reminded that there was something in my own soul contract that I needed to handle that still is ever present. And with me being a past life regressionist, I have been able to tap into my own Akashic records. So I have gone back at least my female lifetimes because there are limiting beliefs that I am experiencing today, and also soul lessons of strength that I'm also being encouraged to do. Okay. Which is also why I have Chiron, the wounded warrior, and my spiritual house, and my career, and my family. Because I signed up to pretty much go through these experiences as a youth so that as I get older, I can basically, essentially, help others go through their own situations. So, with that said, I have been just mad as hell about not opening my yurt and how I'm going to pay my, now $1,500 expense that I wasn't supposed to be having. I was supposed to be opening my yurt and doing all these things that just were not in alignment with me. And I'd been resisting. I'd been resisting it. And I'd been resisting the forgiveness. And with that said, I want to read you something. So I have, last Thursday, I twisted my ankle. And it was pretty bad. And this is the second time that I had twisted my ankle in the past 4 months. The first time was when I was living with my ex, and I was triggered. And again, he wasn't bad, and he's not a bad guy. We just have a lot of, there were just a lot of things that just sometimes you just got to accept that things are there. And as you heal them, you've got to accept that people either come with you or they stay there. And we just are out of alignment. I am healing my inner trauma, and as I'm healing my wounds, we are growing away from each other because what was attracting us together is no longer there. So anyway, so the circulatory system, pretty much I want to talk about this because I hurt my ankle, and let's read what ankle says on here. First, we'll start with ankle, and then we'll go to feet. Ankle problem. Not being flexible and moving in a new direction. I have been resisting being on my own and just career-wise, relationship-wise, just everything in my life. And I just got hit by the universe. Hang on, spring. I'm looking for, okay, feet, okay? Feet. It says, move you into new directions and situations. So I'm being inflexible as I'm being moved into different situations. And I've been resistant. And with the resistance, the universe will respond in ways to get your attention. I needed to slow down. I keep trying to do too many different things. So, now that after I've heard it, my ankle is still swollen. So it says fluid buildup, water retention. It says fluid is emotion, a building up of emotions, not letting them out, not letting them flow, allowing them to weigh you down. When you build up is in the feet and ankles, it indicates you are not moving in your desired direction because of holding on to some emotions and not letting them out. These emotions make you inflexible in your assessment of the situation and unable to move forward within or around it. When the fluid backs up into the heart, it is even stronger message that you are not expressing your emotions. Any issues of the heart indicate a lack of love or joy in your life. Did you guys just hear what I said? Did you guys just hear that? So my past 6 months, I've been trying my damnedest to force my wellness center and getting things purchased, and within the limited time that I had still, while I was still getting paid from Allstate and I was having extra income coming in, to plans from opening my year. And then now I'm back to the drawing board and hosting online, which is okay. And I do have outdoor space. This is actually my where we're going to be hosting our yoga right here. So it's a good vibe. I feel really good about this location, and I'm really glad that I came on today because I've just been feeling really drained and just defeated. And it's okay that, a lot of things are happening. And guys, I mean, I haven't even had a chance to catch up in 2 years. Like, no shit. I've moved 3 times. I've broken up with my ex. I don't know how many times, but the last time was the best because I had to set up boundaries. And my ankle is basically reminding me that I am worthy of healthy boundaries of respect, dignity, and kindness. And I will no longer allow anything that does not serve me come in my space. And I am and I will remove any energy that does not align to my soul's purpose. Because a part of the experience with my job is I felt so down about the relationship and everything else. I have just been kicked in the nuts if I had them every which way I turn. Even though I keep my head up every day and I do not talk about it a lot of times, but with you guys, this is the authentic me. This is why I'm so compassionate about health, about meditation, about Qigong. I do all this stuff every day and I still fall out of alignment. I am human. And when I let the little Heather take control, holy hell, ow, gets spicy up there. And I am reminded real quick that the big Heather, my higher self, is the one that's actually in control. And I'm actually just co-creating and being, the composer of my own symphony. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to our breathwork technique and our Qigong technique. I hope you guys realize the value of these techniques and, my real, raw, authentic self. Yeah, I'm a happy ass person. I have had a blessed life, but yep, the past 2 years have been a trying lesson in my life, but it was also the best blessing I could have ever have asked for. Because waking up out of the matrix is some shit. The things that we allow, that we have to grieve and process and incorporate and shed and release and forgive. You know, some of my favorite things to do to remind myself of compassion is the Ho'oponopono prayer. Ho'oponopono prayer. And it's a Hawaiian prayer. And it's a prayer of forgiveness. And a lot of times people will use it to forgive other people, but it also provides healing for yourself because a lot of times we feel that the forgiveness lies within the other person. And the truth is the forgiveness is within ourselves because of the power we allowed it to consume and the time it has taken to get from A to B. And guess what, guys? You cannot sit there and rush your awakening. Life will come at you like a tower and it's going to crumble. And it's basically reminding you of the things that are not serving you so that you can graciously put the pieces back together in a way that's in alignment with your higher purpose. And that expansive growth and compassion helps you magnetize your aura. Okay? So that's why we do all these things. It's not just because, I want to just waste my half an hour a day and just, no, guys, this is my life's work. My life's work is to help as many people understand their emotions, how they impact your life, how to process these emotions. I'm a life coach. So over the past, I'm going to be honest, I've been certified in life coaching for a while, but I've been a life coach through being a leader and leading, over the past 20 years, I have led 30 aspiring agents to become agents. I taught them how to basically take their confidence and perfect their presentation. I did that for 20 years. Life coaching. I sat there and life coached my customers unknowingly for 20 years. I would sit there and have clients come into my office and they would just give me the whole life spiel. I never understood the value of who I am, the value of a good listener, the value of a good person that does not judge you, that will hold space for you, will cry with you. Why do you think I've experienced all these lessons or gifts? It was so I would open my heart space so that I can empathize and feel the emotion so that I know intuitively how I can help you guys. And sometimes the biggest action is for you to admit it. I'm stuck, you know? And as a life coach, my job is to basically say, hey, well, what is your dream? This is where we're at. This is where we want to be. Let's make a step-by-step plan to arrive there. To arrive there. It's not going to just be breezing through. Believe me, my life passion, when I realized I wanted to be a coach, as soon as I said that shit, bam, there was Allstate gone. Bam, there was my relationship gone. Bam, there was my house gone. Bam, there was my dad gone. All of these things that I was refusing to process were taken away to make room for the things that I love and that I'm passionate about. And I thank my dad. I thank my dad. I love him. His pain was genuine and it was real. But if I can take that and help two people save themselves through spontaneous healing by letting go of whatever is stored, I'll be hot damn. That's well worth all the shit I went through. And I'm gonna, guys, but that's okay. I own that shit. I'm okay with that. I'm okay being a divorced single mom most of my daughter's life and her being raised a latchkey kid. I am damn proud of that. But did I miss any team soccer, when she was 3, 4 years old? Did I miss any of her soccer games? No. T-ball? Nope. Cheerleading? Nope. Track? Nope. Basketball? Nope. Club volleyball? Nope. I was still there while everyone else around me didn't have to be. And I still had to show up. But I did anyway. And, years of showing up and not processing, one day you arrive at that moment like I did in 2019, December 23rd, 2019, when I was waking the fuck up when my dad died. And I'm pardon the F-bomb, but you know what? This is me. I'm real. And I don't, it's an expression, it's a word. But my awakening, my life was changed. And I still question, and I'm quickly reminded with a gentle reminder of why these things had to go away. If I didn't quit Allstate, there's no way in hell I'd be doing this. I still would have been focusing on teaching people how to make millions of dollars, which I still do. But that's not my heart. That's a skill that I've been taught of how to teach people how to start, grow, and, grow, build, and succeed at 7-figure businesses. That is a skill and that is a part of me. Just like Allstate was a part of me. My soul purpose, my dharma, that's completely different. That's something that's in my blood, my essence, my heritage. My mom's a ginger. My dad looked like Cheech. We all thought he was Mexican. We're Indian, Squawk Indian, Cherokee, proud to be. And when people talk about oppression, I'm just gently reminded to hold space for everyone because my ancestors, too, have been held against their will, forced out of their lands, and treated poorly. And I know that a part of my ancestral healing is to honor that path and the lessons that it taught us of how to be and how not to be, versus holding on to something such as hatred or a lower vibrational emotion, which keeps me in that oppression. And this goes for all backgrounds and all walks of life. And the LGBTQ community, there's a lot of pain and a lot of trauma and a lot of healing. And we need to hold space there as well. The Indian community, we need to hold space for them. The people of color, hold space for them for their journey, that they've experienced here on our land. And that has taught us and brought us to today, which is a much brighter space. It may not seem like it, depending on which goggles you're wearing that day. If you're wearing your rose tinted glasses, you might see things not as they are, or of the highest light. All right, well, I know that was a mouthful today, guys, but I needed to get that off my chest, because I myself, as I'm losing an identity, the identity of Heather Lynn Thomas or Heather motherfucking Thomas as a kid, because I was a very hurt, angry young lady. I was a baby of 5, 6th kid actually, 6th birth child. Not listened to a lot. There was a lot of anger, aggression, lack of stability, compassion, abandonment issues. I no longer have these issues, but our parents learn from their parents, and their parents learn from their parents. And I knew from a kid I wasn't going to live like my parents. So that's kind of why I feel like I got a divorce young, because I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. If it's unhealthy for them, I'm not waiting till the baby is, 8 years old to handle the business. But I get it, divine timing. You can't change it. All right, guys. So today we're just going to do our Qigong. We're not going to do our breath work. The Qigong is really important, guys, because this genuinely is one of my processes that this is how I tap into my Akashic records. This 2-minute energy release technique has allowed me to store trauma, talking some deep shit, not just from this lifetime, from lifetimes before, where I was strangled by my ex. My limited belief was you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and in this lifetime, holy hot damn, you can. And I'm going to tell you how right now, because that was my lesson in that lifetime. All right, can't teach an old dog new tricks. First and foremost, it starts with compassion. Someone has to change. There's always light. Where's the light coming from? Is it coming from the master that's been abusive or wrong, and they're toxic masculine? And we'll use the feminine as the dog, the bitch. Don't take this in a wrong way. This is just funny. Because I just realized it was a master and a dog. I'm like, hell yeah! Female! Female dog's a bitch! Let's not consider it that way, but yes! Toxic male and the bitch. Yes. Yes. So, someone's got to give. Something's got to give in order for balance to occur. Okay? So depending on who wants it more, and I'll be honest, if it's the dog and it wants its master's attention, respect, love, then I think it should be up to the master to recognize that it's a mutual relationship. That without love and compassion, there's nothing but hate and greed and all the other bullshit. It takes two. It's not the master's responsibility, nor is it the dog's. It's both. It's both. And my dad used to say that saying to me a lot. And when I had that epiphany, I was like, for real. It was a defining moment for me. All right. So, Qigong, 2-minute energy technique. It is designed to clear 12 energy points, which is basically your 7th chakra, plus your little outer bigger me chakra, which is your 8th chakra, plus 4 outer chakras. Yes, I like being, I like magnetizing myself. Yes, I like being magnetic. I do. I talk to myself and I remind myself, dear innate, thank you for this wonderful day, for allowing my vessel to age every other day. Yep, I've been doing it for about 8 months now. I have. And it's worked wonderfully thus far. So here we go. Let's go and bring our hands down in the heart center. We're going to set our intention for the practice. Today we're just releasing the baggage, the bullshit, and provide forgiveness. If you are struggling with forgiveness, go ahead and look up the Ho'oponopono prayer. You'll find it on Google. Wonderful prayer. So here we go. We're going to clear our hands. We're going to clap our hands 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I realized I've taken off all my jewelry. I have been doing Reiki and massage, somatic release work, and I guess this is a sign that I need to take off my jewelry because I'm not supposed to be having jewelry when I am doing my healing work. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get our elbow creases. We're going to switch it up. And I got stung by something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if you guys look at where this is at in your body, it is, if your elbows are at your womb space, okay, which is around your sacral chakra, okay? So I want to have to do some more research, but if I'm just examining where it's at in my body and where my chakra points are, I'll think about it. That's right here. Boom. But I believe it's your sacral chakra. So I believe that the arm clears the sacral chakra. I know that the underarmpit clears the heart chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And for modifications, we're going to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, dude, you bit me like 4 times. And I'm usually very generous to earth, animals and stuff like that, but I can't help it. I just smacked the bug. I'm sorry. Let's just be honest, it stung me. So it was an instant reaction, man. All right. So this clears the heart chakra. I'm going to stand up today. Let's get back. And then we'll get out of these little nuts. And then we're going to stomp our feet. This is basically going to clear our base chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, clearing the energy points in our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My wheels are turning now about which chakra relates to what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll have to look it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of what the hands are. Because the feet are the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yep, feet's base, sacral. Armpits I believe, would be the heart and the solar. And the hands, I believe, are all your outer chakras. I would have to do some research on that because I just thought about that because now I'm curious. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. As always, thank you guys. I'm always sending you guys out positive vibes, much love, much light. And I am going to leave today with just some words of kindness. Today we've discussed a lot. We've discussed Heather's awakening, all of my dark nights of the souls over the past 2 years. And guess what, guys? My life up until that point was, it was a great life. I've lived a great life. My life over the past 2 years hasn't been bad because I've had to go through it. It's just acknowledging, getting out of automation, out of the 3D matrix, and killing my old self. Literally, bitch had to go. Her attitude sucked. Her energy sucked. So all of that old Heather had to go in order to make new for the new, lighter, brighter, more vibrant me. Okay? So, with that said, we are all in this journey together. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your brothers and your sisters. Please, when triggered, take a couple of breaths to find centered balance before you speak. Because the words that you express do have meaning, they do have vibration, and it does have an energy. And what you put out is what you get right back. And sometimes when it's being mirrored to us and what the lessons were, my lessons were how to stand up and to be strong and how to speak up. That's been speak up, Heather. So, all right, guys, you guys have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Much love and light. Smash this like button to support it. And I should always start at the beginning, as well as my announcements. I'm working on it, guys. I've moved. I'm trying, to go to school. I try to do these videos each day. Plus work. I have a part-time job in between. So, in between my sessions and stuff like that, because I'm in the beginning phases, and my coaching business isn't, where it's going to be, but that's okay. Starting from the ground up, baby. I know where I started out in my insurance business. Guess what? I started at the ground up. But this time, I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the process. I'm present. And this business and this journey is built on a solid foundation of my own authentic essence, which no one can ever take that from me, which is why I'm doing it. With Allstate, I could have worked my ass off. I could have been up to $10 million. They could have got pissed off at me and been like, hey, let me just take that $1 million a year paycheck away from you. But you got to sell 10 million in order to get $1 million. No. Let me be honest. I learned the hard way, viciously. I just burned shit down to the ground. Burn it down. Had to burn my insurance back down all the way to the ground. I had to try to go back and rebuild it. Couldn't do it. Here we are. So this is one of the reasons why following your passion, knowing your dharma, learning your authentic self, being able to speak up about who you are. Because guys, do you think 2 years ago I would have told you guys that I'm a witch? Yep, a wisdom woman. Yes. Yep, I go out, I speak to trees, am I have my, I'm working actually on becoming a shaman. And every morning, since I've moved and I can actually find myself, I'll open and close my sacred space with a shamanic prayer. And during these, in my sacred space, holy shit, where do you think I'm getting all my knowledge from? And we all know. It's just, our ego gets in the way. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you don't know until you know, until shit hits the fan and you're forced to wake up, like me. On the other hand, though, I'm trying to teach individuals, to be proactive about the process. Don't wait till life's hitting you in the ass. Like, wake up! So, all right, y'all. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.